So today's topic is starting targeted and why you need to start targeted. And you need to start targeted because the big guys, the ones who are successful in your area, already running the market, whatever it may be, they're willing to spend the money to get the people. And you starting out, you don't have all the money and resources to go at it and market and attack the public and try to start claiming all these people as customers. So you need to start targeted and still you need to work at those people very specifically, figure out and identify what that small group is you want to serve at the start. But that small group needs to be able to slowly broaden as you become bigger. So that's what you need to figure out. Where is your starting point? Where is your core audience, the smallest audience you could find? Make sure you win them over and then branch out from there. That's going to be more successful for you because now you're going to go straight to the people who are going to actually like your stuff. You don't have to spend money on advertising because they're actually going to, come across your stuff and they're going to like it, and from there, they're going to spread your music, your brand, whatever, to their friends. And as you become part of this and start growing your business bigger, as your audience is slowly getting a little bigger, and you start broadening a little faster than your audience, you're going to start getting more audience in, and it's going to start broadening it. And then by then, you'll be having the resources and money to start marketing to the world, because now you know, all right, I have my core business, it's working, it's growing. Now I could start pitching and advertising to the people that may or may not like the brand, but because we are the company, the brand, the music's built well, it's taking care of itself, and we have the resources, to try to hit a bigger market. And that's what the big people are doing. They'll keep tossing money all day long at advertising, and in hopes that just a fraction of those people come to their brand, because they know just even if a fraction come to their brand, they'll be able to flip that into a profit or a nice return, where all that money they spend on advertising is basically, it's like, I'm going to put $1 in because I know I'm going to get $6 back. Wouldn't you throw as much money as you can in advertising if that's how it was? And that's what they're trying to work and set up. And once it's set up that way, that's why they're dumping money like it's nothing, because they know they're going to get it back and some. So that's why you need to start targeted, get that core group, and slowly build outward. Then you'll be able to do what the big dogs are doing and start just taking over the world, I guess you would put it, but they're really not taking over the world. Just start targeted. For me, it was my music. I had to start with my music before I even thought about teaching you guys or making videos or demonstrating or making presets or any of that stuff. So I had to start with my music, get some music producer friends and an audience of people who like my music. Then that way, from there, I branched over and be like, hey guys, you want to see how this is made? Blah, blah, blah. You want presets, this stuff. Now I have this channel running and I could, help you guys, and it makes sense. I'm not pitching all this money out at advertising. I have a natural fan base that kind of went over, and now that I'm taking care of that fan base, we're growing slowly. We started with just sound design. Now we're doing production tips. Now we're doing marketing tips. Now we're doing music theory tips. In the studios, live streams, we're gonna start doing more in the future once we get new desktops and stuff. And there's just so much more I want to do, but I have to stay targeted now and slowly work my way out. And that's what I mean by it. So just do yourself a favor, start targeted, identify what that target is and what do they need. Once I identified that I wanted to work with the music producers, what do they need? Well, they need sounds, they want sounds. The people who don't need sounds are going to want to know how to make the sounds. So, there's people who want the sounds and there's people who want to know how to make the sounds. And eventually, the people who wanted the sounds are going to want to learn how to make sounds, and the people who learn to make sounds are going to, maybe want to learn to sample in the future. And it's once you get that audience, it's like everyone kind of crisscrosses, and you actually have a sensible audience, and it's not like you ditched your old audience for the new audience, is kind of what I was basically getting at. Just long story short, never ditch your audience for a new audience. Expand your audience. And you can only do that by starting targeted and slowly working out off of that targeted topic you started with. You don't lose your root, because then your business is not what it was, and you're going to lose the identity of your brand, your music, whatever, and you're going to most likely flop. That's what a lot of mistakes are. The biggest mistakes are ditching your audience and going for a new one, and that can make or break you. It's going to upset a lot of people. Maybe make more people happy, maybe make few people happy, and it was a bad business call on your part. So stay targeted. I hope these little business marketing chat things are keeping you guys up to par, just kind of making you think outside the box and more than just your music at hand, because the way the world's going right now, it's the more power in your hand, the better off you are, because one, you can't trust anybody, and two, it's work. So at the end of the day, people are going to be worried about money and not about your wealth, your health, or your well being. So you need to get that power in your hands. And like I said, the more power you have, the better off you are. And you're not relying on anybody. It's always bad when you're relying on someone and they don't come through and you realized, well, shit, I should have just done it myself. Well, maybe you should have done it yourself to begin with instead of trying to rely on people. So something to think about. Anyways, next week we're gonna go into making a website on Bandzoogle. So if you guys haven't heard of that, go check it out so you're kind of familiar with it, and we will kind of run through the website, maybe set up a mock website, and yeah, thanks for watching. Peace.